Yeah, Eleanor, do you want to get us started?
Hi.
Can you just give us a sense of how you and the rest of the team are feeling ahead of your fixture with Liverpool?
Personally, I'm super excited. Do you know what I mean? It's been a childhood dream of mine to make it to the Premier League, and tomorrow's a chance for me to obviously get that Premier League appearance. And I think for so many other lads in the squad as well. I know there's a couple that have made Premier League debuts before, but there's so many of the squad that haven't. So the overall feeling in the dressing room is one of, massive excitement. It's not every day you get to play against the teams that we're playing against this year. So what a way to start it as well by playing Liverpool.
Yeah, I was going to say, he said that, we've just been hearing from the manager, and he was saying having Liverpool makes what is already a special occasion even more special. Can you give us a sense of how big it is and what it's not just like for you guys but for friends and family as well?
No, it's massive. From a family perspective, obviously growing up and throughout everyone's career, really, parents, friends, family all travel up and down the country, coming to watch you play against all sorts of teams, and especially mine have travelled, thousands of miles over my career. So yeah, this one's an extra special one, really. It's kind of the pinnacle of where you want to get to in your career is playing in the Premier League. So not only for myself and so many others, in the dressing room, for the family as well. It's just icing on the cake, really.
I know the club's just announced the signing of Kalvin Phillips. Can you just give us your reaction to welcoming him into the side?
It's going to be, it's going to be a hard season, so we're going to need all the quality that we can get. Obviously, Kalvin is, definitely one with certain qualities, and he's played for England. Was signed by Pep at Man City, so he's definitely going to add the quality that we need to certainly help us this season.
Niv?
Hi, good to see you.
Hi.
And you've been part of this journey for this club since League One. Did you ever dream and imagine to play in the Premier League, do a double promotion?
Tough one, really. When I signed in League One, the goal was to get out of League One and into the Championship, and I knew the long-term goal for everyone at the club was to get the club back playing in the Premier League as quickly as possible. Did I think we'd do it back to back? Probably not. But the infrastructure the club's put in place, the coaching staff, the players they've brought in, the way we work tirelessly on the training ground every day, it's no real surprise that with the group that we've got and with the manager that we've got, that we managed to do it. But yeah, it's been a crazy roller coaster, really, of a couple of seasons.
We just spoke to the manager about expectations, etc. I was wondering, from a personal point of view, how the manager helped you to become a better player.
Without overcomplicating it, just simplifying my game right down to a few actions, really. He honed in on my strengths and kind of steered me away from the weaknesses of my game, really, and really sort of pushed my game towards my strengths, really, and kind of just sort of setting up different ways that we play to bring those into each game, pretty much.
Graham?
First signing since the takeover, Wes. There's been some journey, hasn't it? And we're only 3 years in.
It's been mental, really. Like I say, I was the first of many in that first sort of transfer window. And I remember walking in the first day, and their change room was pretty much empty. It was like 4 or 5 of us training. So yeah, when I first walked in, I thought, what have I got myself into here, really? There's so many faces that left, and there were so many that, I think it was 19 that came in that first transfer window, so the place was crazy. But yeah, since then we've gone from strength to strength, really.
We've heard a lot from yourself, from your teammates in recent years about Kieran McKenna's training sessions, what he brings to those training sessions. I'm just wondering, this summer, have they become even more intense, given you're going to be playing at an even higher level next season? Yeah,
definitely. I think each week gets more intense, really. From the moment he's come in, the level of training has gone through the roof, really. The demands that he puts on us every day in terms of, train where you play, don't leave anything, spare, especially in training days. The training week is tailored for, giving the maximum on a game day. But like you say, he's come in and he's lifted everyone's training ability through the roof, really. And yeah, this pre-season, obviously, looking at, running numbers and sprint distances and that, we knew we had to go another level for, this season. So, yeah, pre-season was pretty much tailored around, running harder, sprinting harder and everything, yeah. So it has gone up again, you could say, yeah.
Days prepping for Forest Green and Morecambe, the league, at least, have gone for now. What's it been like prepping for Liverpool this week?
Surreal, really. Do you know what I mean? It's like you say, we've gone from a couple of seasons ago prepping for going away to Fleetwood and going away to Morecambe and things like that, but now we're prepping for, we don't really need to prep because we watch them, week in, week out. Do you know what I mean? We know, the qualities that, the players are going to bring, like Salah, Van Dijk. Do you know what I mean? We know what they're going to bring. So the main prep is around tactical stuff rather than individual players.
Just finally, so is there a ground you're most looking forward to playing at this season other than Portman?
All of them, really, to be honest. No, my old man's a Chelsea fan, so Stamford Bridge, yeah.
Good luck for the season.
Thank you.
Okay. Donny?
Questions already asked. If a club is ready for the Premier League, let's switch it the other way around. Do you think the Premier League is ready for Ipswich?
I'm sure it is, yeah. I mean, it's seen so many clubs over the years come and go. And I know obviously there's a narrative that's been placed on the 3 clubs that come up always go back down. And we know that that's going to be a challenge for us this year, really. But, over the last couple of years, so many people have doubted us. And we've kind of come back against that and have come out of the other side. So, we know it's going to be a relentless season. We know it's going to be a very, very hard season, but we'll attack each game with 100% effort and we'll see where it takes us.
I guess a lot of people consider you as a second club as well. Part of Ipswich fans, of course.
Sorry, what was that?
Second team to follow in the Premier League, apart from your own club, Ipswich could be the second one to follow. A bit like Luton last season.
Oh, right, yeah. I don't really understand the question, to be honest.
Just like a lot of people will be looking at Ipswich and thinking, nice, we'll follow them.
Oh, right, okay, sorry, my bad. No, you get a lot of people that kind of ask, strangers on the street that don't really follow football, always want to know what the boss is like. And obviously I've spoken highly about the boss before. But I think, like you say, yeah, everyone kind of has a little soft spot for Ipswich Town now. I don't know whether that's just the amount of goals that go in at Portman Road, whether that be for or against. The games are exciting. So, yeah, like you say, everyone could have a little favourite second team in Ipswich, yeah. Sorry about that.
Alex?
Got a group of players there, not too many that have played at this level before. You look at Axel, Ben Johnson, who come in. There are a few others there. Have they said too much about what you guys have got to expect in terms of the step up?
We've spoke about it all pre-season, really. We know that, the quality of player is going to go up again. The physicality of the games are going to go up again. But I don't think it's really too much for us to talk too much about. We'll obviously experience it firsthand tomorrow. It always takes a couple of games to kind of find your feet in any league. We found it last year at championship level that it takes a couple of games to get your fitness levels back up to actual match fitness. But yeah, I think the main thing for us is going out there, giving 100% that we can, but also we have to enjoy the occasion as well. Like, it's taken a lot of us, a long part of our career to get to this point, so there's no point going into our shells and hiding now. We may as well go and attack it head on.
It's important, isn't it? Because a lot is made of having experience in the squad, but from the core group at Ipswich, you guys have been together for years now. You guys have worked your way up, some of you from League 1, League 2, all the way up to the Premier League, and having that consistency can be a help.
No, for sure. And I know a lot of people were saying last year, we're just riding on momentum and, the momentum will drop off. But I do think momentum is a big thing. But alongside that, like I said before, we work tirelessly on the training ground. We work tirelessly in here, with tactical stuff and video analysis and things like that. And like you say, the core group's going to be massive for this season. It's been a part of our culture really going forward. And as long as we manage to keep that in-house, we'll be fine.
One player who has worked his way up from League 2 now to the Premier League, Szmodics, was eye-catching in the Championship last season, top scorer. How good is it to add someone like him to the group? No,
it's massive. Like you say, he was top goal scorer in the Championship last year. He's had a few very good seasons, before that when he was at Peterborough, before he got his move to Blackburn, even his move to Bristol City. I've known Szmods for a few years now, playing against him a few times, so to add somebody of his quality into the squad's only going to help us.
Yeah, finally, in general, the recruitment must be really encouraging for you because you know that it is a daunting step up, but the club have invested a lot to make sure that there are really strong additions coming in through the door that will give you good confidence.
Yeah, for sure. There's no better feeling than looking around your dressing room and you can look anyone in the eye and know that, they're going to be right there with you when you're in, the heat of the battle on a match day, and especially when we're adding the quality that we are. Like you say, it's only going to boost us in the right way.
Cheers.
Time for a few more guys, Phil.
So, yeah, how's it going to feel standing in that tunnel? You mentioned that all these familiar faces. You're looking, I don't know how you feel in a tunnel normally.
To be fair, I don't really look at anyone really in the tunnel. There's usually tunnel vision and full focus on the game. But yeah, I think tomorrow will be slightly different in the, you walk out the dressing room, they'll be there, and like you say, it's going to be a lot of familiar faces, although you don't really know them, but you kind of feel like you do know them because you watch them all the time. But yeah, it's going to be a surreal moment.
And the squad is obviously the success of the last couple of years has been based on this sort of band of brothers kind of thing, and obviously a few people have moved on, a few new ones have come in. Are people settling in? Does it still have the same sort of feel around the squad?
Yeah, I think, like you say, although people have moved on and people have come in, if you still look at the core squad, it's still pretty much everyone that was here, in the League One season, really. So yeah, although people are coming in, they are fitting in well. The recruitment is really key at the club. Everyone that comes in is a really good person. There's no egos, anything like that. So yeah, it's really easy to settle in at this group. Everyone's welcoming. It's a very family fun, community as well. So yeah, the lads are finding it pretty easy to settle in.
I know Kieran kind of deals with everything. VAR is a big change this year. Has he sort of talked to you about how to deal with the big gaps in games, that kind of thing?
Yeah. We had a meeting in here about, VAR and, the things that they're doing to improve it, things to expect, but we've been kind of trialling it even in training, having big pauses in training and going back to the buggy, reviewing things, and then kind of dealing with whether the decision goes for you or against you. So we're fully prepped for that, yeah.
And you've played a couple of Premier League sides the last couple of years, haven't you? So actually, you held your own in those games. Yeah,
for sure. I know obviously it'll be different. Kind of cup games always have a different feel to league games for sure. But yeah, like you say, we've held our own in those games, so I don't see why we can't push on this year.
And the lads, where do the lads feel is possible in terms of kind of a finish?
It's a weird one really, because even in our promotion seasons, we never really spoke about where we wanted to finish or what we wanted to achieve. We kind of, I know it's cliche to say, but literally one game at a time was kind of the mentality. Even last year when we were coming down to the final 5 or 6 games, there was still no mention of, well, if we win the next 3, we'll be promoted kind of thing. It's never really been that sort of, I don't know, kind of culture here where we set goals. But obviously coming up to the Premier League, the ultimate goal is to stay up. That is the ultimate goal. So if we finish 17th, I think the lads would be more than happy with that.
Well, finally, Wales, the fact you're in the Premier League, you can push on to becoming a more regular starter with Wales, hopefully.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, my full focus at the moment is on club stuff. We've got a massive game tomorrow. The international breaks will take care of themselves as long as I'm doing the business, on a Saturday.
Yes, thank you very much. Good luck.
Thank you.
Charlie, John?
Do you know any of the Liverpool players?
No, I don't know.
No. So have you come across any of them?
No, I've not actually. Weirdly, it's weird you say that because throughout football you play against so many people all the time, and it's very rare where you play against a team where you don't actually know anyone. But yeah, weirdly, Liverpool is one of those teams for me.
So we'll feel that's strange tomorrow. I mean, how important? I mean, you won't be because you're experienced, but how important is it for some of the younger players not to get starstruck or anything like that?
Yeah, it can for sure, especially in big games. Like I said, we'd only kick ourselves if people started to go into their shells now and not attack the moment head on. But all I can say really is we're fully prepped. Everyone knows their job for tomorrow, so it can be easy to kind of get starstruck by, like I said, playing against the players that we will be playing against. But I have no doubt that everyone will be fully focused ready tomorrow.
Is it similar to making your international debut? It's so exciting and a bit unknown. You're not sure you what the level is, and you just throw yourself into it. And
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I remember my international debut was Poland away, playing in a massive stadium in Poland, and like you said there, when you're looking in the tunnel and you see Lewandowski, players like that, you kind of go, now I'm playing against these lot. But yeah, it's a bit of the unknown really. I mean, you can prep as much as you want for it in pre-season, all the running in the summer. But yeah, the first few minutes of the game are always hectic, to be fair.
how did you get on against Poland?
We lost 2-1.
All good?
Thank you.
Great, thank you very much, guys.
No problem.
This is how we all feel with all these Premier League Germans.